Is Bitcoin's disk in danger? Is it worth shorting? If you are interested in this issue, please follow me. Welcome everyone to join the WSOT Cointo team. We are currently the 9th largest team in the world. It is also the team with the largest number of Chinese speakers. And it's far ahead. According to the rules of the game, the team with the larger number of people, the more chances you have to get the ranking sharing bonus. So you are very welcome to join the Cointo team. And it is now the registration deadline. About 12 days. What about our friends who join Team Cointo every day? Choose 3 of them and get 30 USDT. Then as long as everyone sends the information, winning information will be sent to the mailbox of Cointo Assistant. We'll pull out every day at the end of the show. Then as long as you prove that this is you, then we will transfer the money directly to you. This is all evidenced by mail. You can see us direct transfer. Then this. This is also a direct transfer. Completely fine. People come to us every day to receive awards. So you are very welcome to join the Cointo team. Okay, let's go back to the disk of Bitcoin. From the daily line. In fact, we have always maintained a point of view on the daily line. Even if it is on the daily line or the background of bulls. So when we look at the market or look for opportunities, we think in multi-headed thinking. That's the opportunity we're looking for now. Mainly by bargain hunting. Or in other words, the opportunity to do more. Why? Actually, the most important reason is that we are long on the daily line. So is it possible that this foundation has been shaken? Is it possible? Or under what conditions this starting point? He will be shaken. In fact, it is mainly based on our bullish trend. That's actually a bullish trend. As long as there is a bullish trend, he must have a trend line. It must be good. Then we can draw. Right here. Actually now. When we draw we can be a little more conservative. If you're being conservative now, you haven't encountered it yet. Okay. This trend line. If he is broken, in fact, the bullish trend no longer exists, then there is a very simple and intuitive way. We can identify trends. Exponential moving average. He is more sensitive. The current daily line that we can find. He is also going long. But currently, his moving average has been completely gathered. What about after gathering? If we were to remain below the moving average, then we will reverse, which is our short-term moving average, below the long-term moving average. Then it will become a bearish trend. Then if these two conditions, if he is satisfied at the same time, then I would think our bullish trend. In fact, it no longer exists. In fact, there is another way to judge. He is relatively loose. That is, you can see. We can catch some highs and lows. Places like us. Okay. From this place. These points. You can find out. Point we created. He is constantly creating. Higher. Low, high, high, high. If we want to break this trend, we are about to break below the previous 24700. If it falls below 24,700, then there is no doubt. Absolutely no bullish movement. Shock at most. Then you can also find, if we look at these highs, he's actually dying. Especially our wave of rise. He's actually the highest. Keep up with the wave high. Not too much difference. Not too far apart. That's definitely a sign of failure. That even exhaustion. I think it is important to respect the current trend. That is, our background trend is long. However, if there is a break below the trend line, and if our EMA is flipped, then this time, in fact, you can consider making an empty order. It is also the only possibility for me to enter the empty order. Otherwise, judging from the current situation, did not consider doing so. Especially. In fact, when we are running out. Most of the time, the first quote will go further than we thought. Usually. Because for the market, inertia is a decisive factor. If you ask me how the market will go, actually most of the time, guess the original direction of inertia will be right. For example, if you are going long. Wow. Then go long. Basically it will be right most of the time. That many times. The trend will go further than everyone thinks. That's when we're actually running out. We often go that way. Depletion of many bands. It usually has 2 bands. Then exhausted. Then it started to plummet. This is really rare. So actually I'm now. I think the most likely one-way scenario. That is, we continue to go up. That is, after exhaustion. Let's go up. And then after exhaustion. Only 1 second high. Then the chances start to plummet. Only this possibility. Otherwise, judging from the current situation, this signal of its failure. Still not strong enough. That of course falls below the trend line. Needless to say, it's sure to be a good trading opportunity. But I don't think this time. This time I believe. At least in the current situation. It's just that I personally don't watch the plunge. But if we go to failure later, then I think plummet. It will greatly increase the possibility of. In fact, our trend line here. Our quotes in the past. We also found a very similar structure. Like for example. We don't need to say any more about this. I believe this. This example. Very good. At this place. Break down. Straight to a plunge. And when we were in this place. You can also watch. We were. It goes this exhaustion. It is also this exhaustion of many layers. You can find. It failed more than once. This is the first wave of rise. Then our subsequent rise. It's getting exhausted. More and more exhausted. It has failed many times. It finally turned on the plunge. And before it plunges, it also has a dead cat jump bounce. Then you can find. It only has one wave of failure. Only a wave of failure. Then I think it's a good idea to go short right now. It's a dangerous behavior. At least I think here. Chances of an immediate plunge. It is relatively low. Good. Then let's look at it from 4 hours. We can find out. In fact, in 4 hours. Definitely a short position has an advantage. Absolutely. How to say? We put the current disk. Divide into 2 blocks. The first block is the vibration in front of us. This shock above. Of course. Here's to making a fake breakout high. Then fell back. After the shock. Run next to. Fell below again. Further down. Another shock. That is. We are also walking in shock. Actually. We break. Does it mean we are out of the trend? No. I don't think so. Absolutely not. We are still in shock. It's just that we change to a lower place to oscillate. Then change to a lower place to vibrate. This is for short. Definitely more favorable. Especially. If we take a closer look at. We are currently oscillating. If this interval. We put this graph. Spread out a little bigger. We can find out. Actually. Disk. It should be more neutral. That is, if say. We are more balanced. That should be more neutral. Or at least. You have to oscillate in the middle of the board. Then our current shock zone. It touches it. Touched twice. These 2 times. What about the bottom instead? Wow. It touches so many times in a row. Especially now it's running right next to the bottom. What about this board? Definitely better for bears. But if we're looking for the kind of. At least I'm in. The minimum condition is. We have at least the following. What about the daily trend line? We're going to break it. Or I will. Not considered for admission. Because we're in this bullish context. What about the foundation? It has not been changed. Good. Let's see then. US stocks are good. Because of US stocks? In fact, it has been falling recently. Especially these days we fall too. At least for the near term. Relatively continuous. A sharp drop. Let's see. In fact, we can cross a trend line. Also in this place. Draw from here and up. That obviously didn't break. Then come our acceleration line. In fact, even the acceleration line did not fall below. So I think. If now. With the current situation. We just think. US stocks will end our wave of bulls. It's really too early. We haven't even broken the acceleration line yet. I believe so. It will take a while. But our fall. We must also pay attention to risks. Especially for Bitcoin. Good. What about us today? We just pull out. We put. Friends who join our team. We draw 3. Good. Then we pulled out. The winner is number 338. Number 271. Number 208. These 3 friends. As long as you are inside. In our team. Good. Wait a bit. We are here. This is our team. Really welcome everyone to join. Let's take a look. Who are the winners? Then these friends can send letters to. Inside our assistant mailbox. Information will be placed in the message area. You are very welcome to come and receive the award. It's all cash out of my own pocket. Good. Thank you very much. Any videos that can help me are very welcome. Like. Subscription. Share. Turn on the little bell. Is my greatest support. Really very thank you. Bye bye.